hemos hablado casi todos en español, but we are going to use English also because we have here, well, this lady can speak also Italian. So we can do Spanish-Italian or we can do English. What do you prefer? Spanish-Italian. Vale, vamos a hacerlo en español con un piccolo de italiano.
Bene. I'm here
Va
at your,
bene,
at your disposal.
Okay,
molto bene.
Bueno, vamos a empezar quizás por aquí, ya que tenemos aquí al color de NVIDIA en los pantalones de Telefónica. Ahora con todo el tema de la inteligencia artificial que nos ha sorprendido a todos, a mí mismo también. Yo antes estaba trabajando en IBM, un saludo para el chico de IBM que estaba antes. Estuve 4 años en computación cuántica en IBM Research. Y esa era la ola de la cuántica, que como que tarda mucho en llegar, porque dentro de unos años pues, cambiará el mundo, pero todavía no. Me aburrí y me volví al mundo de la inteligencia artificial, que aquí es imposible aburrirse porque cada día salen 7 noticias y va todo muy rápido, ¿no? Y lo que siempre nos sorprende es la velocidad de la IA, pero al final mucha gente dice, bueno, ¿y dónde están los casos de uso reales? ¿Se llega a usar la inteligencia artificial generativa en el día a día? Y pues creo que esta es una buena pregunta para todos estos sectores porque cada uno es de un área muy diferente, ¿vale? So basically, we are going to ask about the use cases, the real use cases of generative AI in the day-to-day, because everyone thinks that generative AI is very interesting, but it's not only to create like Studio Gilby memes. So you can create something useful too. So, Laura, tú que estás en Telefónica, muy cercana a todo el tema de desarrolladores, con los programas de developer relations, etcétera. Tú conoces mucho todo el tema de APIs, creo que tenéis un tema que se llama Open Gateway. ¿Me puedes comentar cómo se integra toda esta ola de inteligencia artificial en todo esto y qué casos de uso más o menos tenéis?
Pues totalmente. Cuando surge la IA generativa y todos nos ponemos a probar ChatGPT y las herramientas y decimos, ¡guau, madre mía, cuántas cosas se pueden hacer, vamos a cambiar todo! Y parece que han pasado 2 años y dices, sí, estamos haciendo textos, estamos haciendo...
Okay. So we are going to do English also.
So when we thought, okay, this is the AI Gen and we are going to do a lot of things and we are going to change everything. So we are still doing the changes, okay? Because I think there is a gap when the technology comes and when you do it. For sure, we have to use AI, responsible AI, and use it with ethically. And I think that the first thing that we done is try with text, as everybody does. I think it's really useful that documentation, for example, in the project that we are, it's about open the capabilities of the telco through APIs. This is an open source project. We are involved all the telcos of the industry. And for example, we need to do a lot of documentation. It's always supported by people, but it helps us a lot, these kind of tools. We use it, for example, to integrate, because right now we're used to talk with bots, and these bots are more intelligent using this AI Gen. So, for example, if you want to fly a drone, you need a specific route for that. We use in an app with our APIs, because the APIs can help you, for example, give me the route from A to B, and it gives you the route, okay? But then you can use APIs to get better information. For example, give me the route with the density of the population, so the drone doesn't have people behind. So then it changes the route. Or, for example, give me the route with more capabilities of the telecom. For example, give me where it has better connection. So I think we can do a lot of things, even in our normal models to predict better connectivity. We are still doing what we can do with Gen AI and integrate it, because it's really a powerful
So
tool.
When you have a lot of data like Telefónica has, artificial intelligence is very useful. So Roberta, you have a lot of data also in Italy. You are working for the central government. Can you give me some insight on that? What are you doing with AI? What are the use cases you are applying in the data?
Oh yes, thank you, because
Yes.
I'm very glad to bring on the stage the voice, the perspective of a central public administration. And yes, we are doing something. Of course, we are client. We operate as client, in the market, in a rapidly evolving market of a AI-based solution. And just to answer to your question, my starting point is a recent and concrete experience. Last year, in 2024, we developed an AI-powered virtual assistant that manages information and data from 3 different domains. Security and privacy policies and procedures. Another domain is related to IT strategic and operational planning. And the third one, very important, is related to this customer support for an HR management, big services, huge services that is managed by my directorate. And it is, namely, is NVIDIA, in English is we, public administration. And it's an HR management service that serves more than 2 million public employees. Just to give you a scale of value, in February, the payroll system make a payment for more than 7 billion. That forecast in a year is more than 90 billion euros managed every year. And so I think that I can consider this project a successful project, but honestly speaking, not everything has been smooth. Talking about data now, we realized that a vast amount of data exists, but a portion of this data are not shared, are not underutilized, or let me say, not easily accessible. And I think that is something that we have to overcome. It's urgent to overcome. That's due probably because in public administration, not only in Italy, but I think in all Europe, we operate in silos. So we need, first of all, a cultural shift, because an organizational new comprehension of what we need. And of course, we need a lot of things more. Let me say, trusted infrastructure. I listened to an intervention of Amazon. It's okay. We need architecture, infrastructure to share data. And I'm also thinking about some other initiative, European initiative, the digital wallet or the data spaces, that were born as, let me say, something to help specific sector to share data. Now we have to accelerate in this sense with this experience, not to be more close to citizens' needs. Yeah. And so I think that is important that the public sector concretely explore and experience AI-based solution to learn what we need. And of course, the most important things is a robust knowledge, multidisciplinary team that can govern this changing. Okay. Then I can say you something more
so
later.
In Europe, we like bureaucracy, so I hope AI can help fixing Europe in the near future. So yes, that's a good approach. And now we move from Italy, which is the country of design, Pininfarina, Ferrari, to the creative area. So we have here Jordi from Ogilvy. And well, one question I have is, we think, so before we thought that the human was the only thing that was creative and the only thing that was intelligent and smart, and now little by little AI is kind of surpassing us in some areas. So first, do you think AI is creative? What is creativity for you? And then, what are the use cases you are using AI to maybe to improve your creative workflow in your company, for you or for your company in general?
First of all, the first question is important to clarify this message. No, creativity is human, and AI is complementary.
Good.
It's a perfect complement for us. When I talk about AI, I think in a Minority Report film. You know, do you remember the Tom Cruise film? No, it's 30 years ago, probably 30 or 25. I don't know exactly. No. The hyper-personalization is the real moment that arrives with the AI. For what reason? The AI says that for us in Ogilvy, we say that it is possible to create a single campaign for every single person in every single device. Yes, it is possible to write in the future in a very close time. We manage for different clients thousands and millions of data. In our case, we work for one of the biggest clients that we have in Europe is Nestlé, and we manage the biggest database of Nestlé around the world. It's 400,000 million people, and we know 4,500 different details of each person's. And can you imagine that it's possible to create a single message for them with video, with audio, different languages, pictures, and everything. That's the reason I say that for me creativity is one thing and AI is just for hyper-personalizations and creating single campaigns for every single person. That's for us our vision in our case. Purina is a clear example. If you have pets in your house and your pets is, I don't know what is the name, Mastín de los Pirineos, I don't know it's in English, sorry for that, but Mastín de los Pirineos, you receive only the information about this type of dog. No about cats, no about birds, just for this type of dog. If I know what is all this dog, I prepare a special message for you with the years of the dog. I can imagine this is for us is a great opportunity. Our industry is changing completely, and it's forbidden to use the target word. For me, target is each person, single person, one-to-one. That's a clear fruit for us.
Okay, thank you very much, Jordi. So let's move now to Amazon. Well, AWS in this case. So Eduardo, Amazon is like, I think it's a company we interact more because you can be in a call and suddenly you need to go and open the door because Amazon is in your doorbell. So Amazon probably is something we are used to interact with, but we are not realizing that almost a huge amount of the traffic is going through AWS. So they have a huge amount of data. They work with a lot of clients. So what are the use cases you are starting to see emerging from Gen AI?
Yes, so I think the point here is like this is not nothing new, right? And we have been using AI for such a long time. As you said at the beginning, and our CEO said it from the beginning, like we are a data company. So if we know what you like to do, if you know what you like to buy, if you know what you want to do like in your spare time, so you know like, hey, you are going to buy this thing or the other thing, right? So as soon as you go to the Amazon Marketplace, for example, if it's a Sunday and it's raining, we know what everyone is going to do. It's going to be like click, click, click with the mobile. So we know already like, like the demand for manding is going to increase because, the people is, spending their time at home buying on Amazon. So AI is not nothing new, right? And Gen AI is just something that, it has been around for as well such a long time. It's based on Transformer. This was released by 2018. And it's probably right now when, in some manner, OpenAI has been able to, democratize in the way that they have built a product on top of Gen AI, right? But I'm not going to talk even about the products that we are using or how we are using Gen AI in our products because we are using it in many different ways. But our customers are already using it in many different ways. So in Italy, for example, we are working with Ferrari. In Germany, we are working with BMW. Here in Spain, we have financial institutions like BBVA, Santander. So if you are asking me about the top use cases, I will probably try to organize in three main verticals, right? So first of all, it's all about customer experience, as you were saying, like, hey, how we can improve the experience of my customer, either if it's through a chatbot, a virtual assistant, or whatever. So Gen AI, it's working pretty well on that. Of course, you need to manage all the hallucinations and all this stuff. The other way is, for productivity, and for productivity, probably right now, every single developer, the way they write code, it has changed forever. I was presenting before, we have saved around 4,600 years of developing time of migrating applications just because of AI, because you can prompt to the LLM to generate the code, to do all the debugging, to do all the testing, deployment, and so on. So I think writing code is probably the top use case right now. And most of the, any company here, for example, in Spain, and the IBEX 35, they are using GenAI for writing code. And the third aspect is about, automation, and automation by using agents. Of course, we are still at the beginning of this learning curve, because one of the problems with agents, there are many different challenges. Also, how to manage hallucinations, how to manage long-term memory, how to include human in the loop, because, if I'm, leveraging an agent to implement an end-to-end process, how do I think that they are doing it in the right manner? And how can I take the control to include a human there if they are using it, right? But if you're asking me about, claim insurance automation, ticketing, and so on, many companies already are using GenAI for that. So I think there are many different use cases, but if I have to highlight three, I would say chatbots, assistants, and so on, customer experience, writing code. And the third one that, of course, is very important, if you have heard about RAG, retrieval augmented generation, as a use case as a whole, maybe it's one of the top ones, because every company has data, and they don't know how to search within the data, right? Because it was quite complicated. I mean, I know many people is spending so much time going through Google, trying to go through a lot of pages that have been indexing, trying to find the right answer. So with talking to your data, you can save also a lot of time, and it's one of the top use cases for most of the customers right now.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So because we are a bit late, I'm going to do a quick question for each one. Let's try to answer in 20, 30 seconds, so we can do a quick round here. So we have 5 minutes now, so you can extend a bit more maybe. Let's maybe 1 minute could be okay. So Laura, for example, you work a lot with developers. What would you tell to developers about GenAI? What would you tell about AI in their day-to-day? And you organize a lot of hackathons too.
Yes, because it's a tool that we have to use, because otherwise people will be faster than you. I think it helps you a lot to do many things. You have to find a way, because there are many new things to do and improve your products, your software, as you say, using code, to taking better decisions. It's time to try and see what we can build.
Yes, and do you think companies here should organize hackathons and work with developers in general? So,
yeah, it's the main topic everywhere. AI.
Yeah, so basically the base of AI are developers, and now developers are building tools to help themselves to lose less time coding. So Roberta, this is easy. So what would you say to the authorities here in Ibiza, for example? How can they use your plans on AI that you are thinking about in Italy to improve the bureaucracy or the management here in this region?
Oh, I don't know well the region of Ibiza, but our experience is, I was saying at the end of the previous question, is that we must work on improve the use of AI in our unit office directorate, in public sector, because, what I think, or in Italy this is the reality, it's some words like productivity, performance, or time to market is something, let me say, it's just a proposal of value, but are not yet pillar of our administrative action. And so I think that our experience, that we are now in 2025 developing something for accelerating some internal processes, administrative processes. And so I think that is something that can help bureaucracy to be felt from the citizens something that can help citizens and company, and not something that is a constraint, no, for all of us that are all citizens. So that's, and of course, I repeat what I said before. It's important to explore because we must have the capabilities to choose the right AI methods, model, or what else that fit with our needs. I was listening the use case of Amazon, no? And the question I would like to do is, which use case is specific for central public sector you have in mind? It's because this is not something that we are working on, how public sector can become attractive for the market of AI-based solution.
Okay, thank you very much. Jordi, so you work with a lot of creative people. So in this case, the question is more for the people that work with you. How, or what is the advice you give to the people that are working in agencies for the creative sector? What is the advice you give to them? Because they are scared about AI. But what is your advice?
Our industry, I am completely sure that our industry changed completely. It's not possible to. It's possible to compare when internet arrived to the agencies many years ago. No, that's when the people arrived. The digital world arrived to the agencies. It's changing a little, just a little, but in 20 years is a little more calm. No, I think that now in the agencies is arriving a big change in the next few years. And basically in the three big areas. One of them is in the shooting moment. It's not necessary to create a special place in order to create a special shootings. That's first one. The second one is in the advertising traditional industry is changing completely in terms of personalizations. And the third, of course, is in the integration of the data in the middle of the advertising industry. It's very strange that the agencies work with the data, and that's combinations. That's for me necessary to transform all the industry in order to go faster and better in this way.
Okay, thank you. And Eduardo, so you work a lot with companies. So AWS gives support to a lot of companies, and you are working with a lot of use cases. What is the advice you give to companies that want to adopt Gen AI and agentic workflows?
Yeah, so I will tell them, this is funny, but I will tell them to forget about AI and start working on the data part. And this is what is happening right now with 99% of the companies. Well, maybe it's not fair, maybe 90% of the companies. They want to move fast, they want to run, they want to be AI first. So all of them, they are getting access to these models, trying to create cool stuff. And most of them are failing. I think there were another report that they were saying 80% of the projects never move into production, right? And it's because most of these companies, they even didn't create or didn't build before a data strategy. Who is going to convert the data? Who is going to clean the data? Who is going to transfer the data? So if you want to be successful with AI, you need to work first on the data part. And then once you have done that, maybe we can take the next advice about how to be successful with AI.
Okay, so thank you everyone. I hope you liked this panel, and if you want to speak with any of us, we will be around for the networking. Thank you very much.
Thank you to you.